English philosopher John Stuart Mill said, "War is an ugly thing, but not the ugliest of things. The decayed and degraded state of moral and patriotic feeling, which thinks that nothing is worth war, is much worse." Meaning, war is no doubt an ugly and unacceptable and dangerous thing and phenomena to ever exist across space-time realms, and also the history of humanity and mankind in one way or another. War just cannot be considered to be acceptable or justified by anyone under any circumstances and situations, and that means war can be easily considered to be one of the most dangerous, destructive, and ugliest of all things in the world. But it's not the ugliest, because there are also things and people in the world whose mentality, perception, nature, and action are more than dangerous and destructive, and they obviously can cause more annihilation, devastation, and doom in the world simply because of their mentality that nothing is better or nothing can be compared to war. And that means the mentality that considers war to be worthy, or that no other alternative can be basically available to the replacement of war, that type of people is not only very dangerous but also detrimental to the survival of whole of mankind and societies across the space-time limitations. So the mentality that considers war to be justified and acceptable, and that also thinks that war is worthy and that nothing could be more desirable or admirable than war itself, then obviously that mentality deserves to be condemned and criticized and thrown out of society and world, because war is obviously not only a humanitarian disaster in itself, but also an unacceptable and unjustifiable crime that just cannot be pardoned or forgiven by any society or any court in the world. So war is the direct representation of destruction and death of not only humanity but also infrastructure, life, and so on and so forth. The list just goes on. The mayhem that war causes cannot be described or explained with the help of words or any languages in the world. And that's why we basically have to deal with a mentality and the perception that considers war acceptable or justified, and that thinks that war is worthy and that nothing could have been better than the waging of a war against another country that's sovereign